and you could hypothetically continue, would you be open to it?
If Netflix had owned the rights to my the DC characters in my
Yeah,
extended universe, of course, I would absolutely whatever. Yeah, no
fans
question.
will be very happy.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up, crew? And we start a new mini series. Find a diamond in the rough, or the rough, even. Yup, found another mini game that basically you got to keep digging until you find the diamonds, and you can buy all the weapons. And one thing I like about Fortnite, it saves your data. Like you can start a game, come back to it later. I like that. I like that a lot. But in all seriousness, let's go ahead and get to the topic. Let's go and get to the topic at hand. Y'all seen that video I just posted? Y'all seen that video? If you on my team, then you know what I'm about to say. Like if you're not on my team, just get up out of here. We not trying to talk to you right now. If you're on my team and you don't know what I'm about to talk about, just go and take a peek down memory lane. Go check some of my old videos out. But for those that's with me, that's here with me right now, yeah, man. I know that's an old interview, Rebel Wounds Part 1. Yeah, it's very old as far as 2025 standards. But if that don't give you hope, I don't know what else will. Like, all aboard. That's all I gotta say. All aboard, because this ship is sailing. Paramount is already, they kind of dropped the ball. They gave their bid, and their bid didn't hold up. So now the ball is in Netflix's court as far as the public can see. So we're just gonna ride it out. We've been patient this long, we've been patient this long. So it's just like we just gonna wait it out and just find out what's going on. Oh, there's a mini one in there. What's going on? Okay. But yeah, we just gonna ride it out, man. We just gonna see what's going on. We know our guy is up for the challenge, We know that their guy is not up there for the challenge. We know that. We just saw 2025. We seen what type of content has been released. Flop after flop. No new fans. Doing nothing good for our brand. The great brand of DC. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing nothing for that brand. We dealing with a mascot. That's our greatest asset right now. A mascot. And I ain't gonna lie, like, to be honest, I'm not trying to make all my streams about James Gunn, because I don't care for the guy enough to make it about him. And you guys know, like, as I've said before, I'm a music guy. So pretty soon you're going to be seeing my music projects, and you're going to be seeing me just completely zone in on that. But days like today where I'm trying to make a video, but I got to go study for this midterm because I'm still dealing with college, we're going to talk about what gets me passionate. And right now, what gets me passionate is, comic book universe, movie. Listen, action movies. Oh, by the way, just saw Tron Ares. That was really good. If y'all haven't seen it, I suggest you go just dig up some coins out of your couch or something. Just go check that out, because that was a really solid movie. That gave a good feeling of, like, what I'm saying? They're making movies for people like us that got, whatever, high, like, low attention spans. We got to see something flashy going on. We got to see some moves. We want the classic love interest. We want to see that neo punk, that futuristic wave, that stuff going on. Yo, the soundtrack was insane. The soundtrack was crazy. That's become a new fascination of mine. Not new, but new in the sense of I want to make music that sounds like that in the future. But I've always been a fan of that type of wave. Ever since I heard, what's that song on the movie? I want to say Nightcrawler. I'm giving you a chance to tell you how I feel. Kavinsky. Yeah, that song went crazy. So that Kavinsky, like ever since I heard that song on that movie, I've been a fan of that 80s synth wave style. But back to the issue at hand. Yeah, man. I need this picture that's up right now. I need this to be real, because right now his biggest like card, his biggest card to drop is he got a mascot deal. You know what I'm saying? For us and for our company, man. I don't want to see DC crumble. I don't want to see DC versus Marvel. I don't want to see that on big screen. There's so many stories to tell on big screen for DC that don't involve DC crumbling and then them having to go to make a deal with Disney and Marvel to get a cash grab to reinvigorate DC. And now we got to watch a movie saying that Thor could beat up Superman. You know what I'm saying? Or Iron Man can beat up Superman. Or, you know, that Doctor Strange can beat up Superman because Doctor Strange deals with magic. Like, I'm not here to see any of that. So it's just like, we got to hurry up and get this guy out of here. Netflix, you know you got the money. Well, actually, Netflix, I know you guys been in debt for forever. But it's time for y'all to put all y'all chips on that. If y'all get that property, y'all will be set. And if y'all want to be set, bank on Zack Snyder, man. Because James Gunn, he's not making anything that somebody's going to go back to watch. I'm probably, like, I watched Superman in theaters. I showed my parents the monstrosity that our great brand is going through right now. I let my mom watch it. I watched it with her. I'm not going back to that movie. It's over. Like, it's done. If he makes it, like, whatever else he makes, I will watch it once because I'm just a addict for action movies. However, I'm not going back to something I don't like. Now, if he shapes up and he does something crazy, I'll be there. Like, say if one thing I could say he could do that will get me in the door and have me there for multiple viewings is if he takes somebody of the caliber as Grant Gustin, who did the TV's Flash for so long. If you brought him on board for a Flash movie, that would make me, regardless of what the storyline is, I would have repeat viewings, because I personally just think it would be so cool for him to be able to be on the big screen with the big dollars of CGI and having his Flash powers done right. Because, you know, I was a fan of that show up until like season 3. Around season 3, that's when they just stopped making sense. Like, the Flash power, his power it was getting too annoying at that point. You know, if you guys watched that, y'all remember, like, he would run in slow motion to resemble, for that to be their interpretation of him running in fast, like, Flash time. To me, that never made sense. I was always a hater of that. You know, I'm not here to be a hater, but, like, I hated that. Because, like, if you're the Flash, why are you running in slow motion? Even just for us to view it. Like, make it hard for us as viewers to keep up with him on screen. I would be more okay with a blur every time he uses powers over them giving us slow motion of him running. Like, it just never made sense to me. Like, it was so anti-epic. But anyways, like, I would like to see that on big screen with, you know, done right. However, James Gunn, that's probably the only thing you could do for me to become a fan of yours. Slightly a fan. Like, right now, I'm a fan of your Guardians of the Galaxies 1 and 2 movies. Like, I like those. Number 3 kind of fell flat for me. Not gonna lie to you. However, you know, for me to become a fan of him, it just, that's what I need. But back to it, man. Y'all heard the guy, Zack Snyder. He's on board. So we got a captain. We just need this ship to set sail, man. To be honest, that's all we need. We need Netflix to go ahead and play their cards. You know, go ahead and make that move. Get the guy on board. You know, okay, cool. His Rebel Moon movie didn't do what we expected. You know, the first one was really good, but I say the only problem he had with that Rebel Moon movie was he should have dropped the R-rated version as the initial drop. He shouldn't have did we're gonna make a PG version where it's not like a piece of it, and then we want to do the director's cut. He should have just dropped the full thing and then came back and just, you know what I'm saying? Came back and did the rest of them, because honestly, like the full version, it was much better. My bad, y'all. I'm cooking some burritos right now, so I'm picking it up. But anyways, the full version of that movie was actually solid. Like, we need more of that slow motion action scene. I know I just killed the whole idea of slow motion superpowers. That's only dealing with the case of the Flash, only. But when it comes to like Superman and like that, if you didn't watch that movie 300, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But it's like that slow motion animation fight scenes, that was just too epic. It was just too epic. You know, he brought that stuff into the fold. Watchmen, all that. Like, I'm a fan of all his stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm a fan of all his stuff. Watchmen, Sucker Punch was great. Sucker Punch gets a lot of hate, but you know, Zack Snyder, he got the vision, man. He hasn't done no wrong in my book. He hasn't done any wrong in my book. But with that being said, sorry for all this noise, y'all. But yeah, with that being said, come on, man. We gotta get James Gunn out of here. Got to get James Gunn out of here. Got to get Zack Snyder on board. Like, really on board. Like, come on, man. Netflix, the ball is in y'all's court, man. Y'all know what to do. Like, come on, man. Drop that bag for a life of greatness. Like, yo. Drop that bag for a lifetime of greatness, man. Like that, the repeat viewing potential that Zack Snyder has for this movie, it's just beyond compare. I can tell you 100%, WB is still losing money on James Gunn. At this point in time, they probably lost more money dealing with James Gunn than they have with Zack Snyder. Take that to the bank. They probably. I feel like I understand why they deal with James Gunn a little bit to some capacity. All right, I'm done making noise, I promise. Because my bad. I know I just promised, but hey, like, sorry about that. But yeah, I know they like dealing with him to some capacity because he makes cheap properties. So that's probably why they like dealing with him. You know, Peacemaker probably didn't take that much money for them to create that movie. I mean, for them to create that TV show. It's probably a relatively cheap show to make. That's probably what draws them to him, is he cuts costs. But at the same time, man, he cutting costs to make stories that are not gonna last the test of time. Like, Zack Snyder's work, that's already been proven to get repeat viewers now. So Netflix, do y'all thing, buy that property. I'm gonna eat this burrito. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. You know, I usually like to just do one video a day, but I had to go ahead and I had to stop what I was doing. I just saw that tweet about Zack Snyder basically agreeing that he would have no problem joining the revival arc of his story if Netflix bought the rights. So I had to talk about it. And I know I said I was gonna do something special for my 30th video, but this was just this right here was special to me. So I had to talk about this. Stay tuned though. I do got some things I want to talk about with you guys with the new wave of my videos. Phase 2. You know, we're gonna go live. My title, my name, my moniker is Shaylon Live for a reason. It's time to start getting in that bag. Until next time, we'll catch y'all boys. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out.